Okay, this game is long and crazy. So I keep, even though it's questionable, because the only way I'm going to get colored mana is if I play Needle. But I figured that I'll just wait, let my opponent try to guess what I'm on, um, and then go from there. And then I'll try to get some information based off of them. Yeah. Unfortunately, that does not give me the information that I want. Fortunately, though, I draw a Glimmer Void. So that means I can Thought Seize and then use the mana for Pity Needle. So I see it's as foretold. It's as foretold, like Jeskai as foretold. Yeah, kind of control. It's really interesting. So as I get as foretold, of course. And then there's not a whole lot I'm sure what to name. I realize in hindsight that I should have named, what is the name of that? Planeswalker. I forget. You know what I'm talking about. The one that people always compare to Jace. So I named Scalding Tarn. They get Search for Escanta, which is pretty good against me, actually. Draw my Inventor Sphere, go to Stirrings for something relevant. And the best I get is a Grapdigger's Cage. Yeah. It could have been argued that I should have gotten another blue source for my two whirs, but I figured they were playing some sort of blue control. I'll go ahead and do Grafdigger's Cage. There it is. Nahiri. That's what I should have named. Yeah, that's tapped. So I'm like, well, they're not countering anything now, so I'll go ahead and play a bridge. So here comes Nahiri. And ditch that and get a bolt. Now, fortunately, now this is going to give me a lock with my whirs. And since they're tapped out, I know I'm good to go. It could have been argued that I should have gotten a needle for Nahiri, but I'm not worried about Nahiri because Grafdigger's Cage stops that whole ultimate thing. The worst I got to worry about is them drawing cards, which if I have a Lantern Lock, it's not bad. Yep. I'm okay with them drawing. Wait, I think yeah, okay with, oh yeah, they mill it anyways. Oh yeah, and they don't wait for me to respond with my bell, and they just draw the Greater Gargadon. Oh yeah, it's like a restore balance thing too. So, I mean, as foretold, it makes sense. Now, when people scry to the bottom, unfortunately, Cockatrice, it doesn't show their top card, so I can't see that they have a mountain on top. I'm trying to explain this, but I'm like, okay, and they never do it. I'm like, no, what was it? And like, so you just told me it was the mountain. I'm like, oh, okay. So at this point, there's a couple of cards I don't know. I don't remember if I knew about both. I don't think I knew about the second bolt. Oh, you too, buddy. Here, one sec. Oh, they left already. Oh well. So they do restore balance, which I'm not too worried about because I can survive without lands if I just keep them off of, as foretold. Yeah, I go ahead and mill that. And I really need to stop this thing right here as Kanta. And that's a bigger threat than Nahiri. So during my upkeep, I go to whir. They say okay, so I go get a needle and shut that off. So yeah, if I had named Nahiri, then I'd be pretty good to go right here. I'll let them draw this search because, I mean, I can still mill in response, and I've already cut off. I mean, they're not going to get another this contest, so they're legendary. And I'm not worried about the restore balance happening, especially since I got an opal. Yep. Is that? No, that's 3. Okay. So things are not so bad. I just gotta keep them off of good stuff for the rest of the game. They decided not to suspend it, I guess because they were worried about the restore balance and they would have to discard the cards. Anyways, I wanted to mill it anyways, but they didn't wait for me with the search. They just bypassed it. And I was like, okay, whatever. Wait. Oh, wait, no, they did. They did. I'm sorry. My mistake. I'm being dumb. I guess my memory is not. Yeah, another bolt's not bad. And so I go to sack that since I'm going to lose my lands here soon anyways. Yeah, force him to play out that bolt. And they go to sack everything to, I guess, to prepare for restore balance. So I'm still trying to tell them, like, no, I can do stuff during your upkeep. I am going to get rid of As Foretold here. Again, I have this needle, so funny enough, that's actually relevant now. Yeah, I go ahead and dump my hand because I realize restore balance is about to go off. So things are good. Unfortunately, they do have an Emrakul. So I got to draw an extra card hoping that I can do something. I can't needle Nahiri now, and I have to watch out for her exile effect, so I can't do a whole lot during her turn. So I need to get a Pixis at some point. I do not get a Pixis, so I'm like, fine, whatever. And they have to build up the cards in their hand to discard it, or they can use Nahiri to shuffle it. But either way, I'm going to have a 3-rock lock, so I'm pretty safe. Yep. Draw extra cards. Get another. And there's my Pixis. Yeah. They go to try to sack their Tarn. I'm like, no, it's needled. So they go to sack the Arid Mesa to get an island. I'm like, no, that does not get islands. Like, okay, finally they got something. Yep. Now at this point, they could probably use Nahiri if they didn't already. I don't remember. To exile one of my rocks. But either way, I'd still be winning. Yeah, they go try to ultimate Nahiri. I'm like, no, Raptor's Cage. I would have let him take it back. But, I mean, it doesn't matter either way. I just go out, all out on milling. They're in step now. Yeah, that was a mill in response to Nahiri there, so they can't exile something. Yeah, they're trying all sorts of stuff. I'm guessing they're thinking that maybe I won't notice. Random blood moon. Yeah, the game really is over. So yeah, and as soon as I exile with Pixis, they concede. Really, they should have conceded long before that, but I guess they were trying to play it out. Now, if this were in a tournament, I was looking at the time. We were like into the 35-minute mark, 40-minute mark, somewhere around there by the time we started game two. So at this point in a tournament, I won game one because they decided to try to play it out as long as they did. And even I still win game two as well. But Thoughtseize. So these are the two big targets. I'm not worried about Emrakul, and I'm not too worried about Faithless Looting. Faithless Looting would be troublesome, but yeah. They do get an As Foretold, so that's good. So I go to draw an extra card here. Oh. And I accidentally put it on the bottom instead of mill it, so I have to redo that. There we go. Draw my two cards, a cage, which is good, of course, and a bridge. They're tapped out, so I can resolve that bridge safely. They're gonna shuffle a bunch of stuff back. Yeah. I'm thinking they probably have Spell Pierce or something, but during their upkeep, I want to whir to force them to spend mana if I can. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I'd played that Thoughtseize a little earlier, but I wanted to save it so I can make sure something else resolves. So between the two of these, I think I want to try to get As Foretold first. I think. I don't remember. Yeah. I do have to worry about the search for Escanta. But now that I've drawn the Pithing Needle, now I want to make sure that the needle's going to resolve so I can name the Escanta. So I go to Thoughtseize to make clear the way. Like, okay. So Escanta it is. Yeah. Now, a lot of times you'll see a lot of people by now would have been milling themselves with their shredder. You'll see in this particular point, this is one of the many reasons why I say don't do that. Have not been doing it, and if I had, my opponent would have been able to surgical a bunch of stuff now. I mean, they could still surgical, like where, I guess. And that's when I see the like, oh crap, they are playing surgical. So thanks, buddy. Yeah, they leave for a little bit. At this point, technically, we would have gone to time, and I would have won the match, but we'll play it out anyways, just for the data. Yep. I was thinking, yeah, right here, but in hindsight, I realized that I didn't realize they had a surgical in hand. I've already seen one, but I figured what are the chances they side in two? And it turns out they do. So, yeah, they go to surgical my shredders instead of my seal, which is okay for me. Which I guess is okay because otherwise I was going to use Academy Ruins. Now, what they could have done is when I go to target with Academy Ruins during my upkeep to get it back, you know, but yeah. So draw. Go ahead and get rid of the Escanta and play another cage just in case. And they decided against mana leaking it since I already have one out, I guess. And they decided it's not even worth going on anymore, and they concede. And if I'm not mistaken, you get to see what I exile with Pixis. Stony Silence and Leyline. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, I had a claim and a whir exiled. Oh well. Okay.